Vintage takeoffs and landings, a plane spotter's guide to Moscow's airports for the avid aviation enthusiast. Few experiences rival the raw, dramatic theater of plane spotting at a major airport in the depths of a Russian winter. The air crackles with cold, the light is a perpetual, low-hanging gold or steel gray, and the machinery of modern aviation operates with a heightened sense of purpose against the elements. Moscow, a megalopolis, served by a constellation of significant airports, offers a world-class, intensely atmospheric stage for this pursuit. This guide delves into the full details of winter operations, focusing on the critical process of de-icing, the unique challenges of takeoffs and landings, and the prime spotting locations at Moscow's key aerial gateways. The crucible of winter, understanding deicing and anti-icing in Moscow. Winter is not a passing inconvenience. It's a formidable adversary. From November through March, temperatures routinely plunge below -15 degrees Celsius 5 degrees Fahrenheit, with snowfall heavy and persistent. For aviation, the enemy is ***airframe icing. ***ice or frost disrupts the smooth airflow over wings and control surfaces, increasing drag, reducing lift, and potentially leading to catastrophic loss of control. The solution is a meticulously orchestrated ritual, deicing and anti-icing. The science and the fluids. Two types of fluids are used. Standardized globally but applied with particular rigor in Russia. YPI fluid deicing are heated typically +60 degrees Celsius to +82 degrees Celsius orange-pink fluid. Its job is to melt existing ice, snow, or frost adhering to the aircraft. It's water-thin and provides little protection against renewed precipitation. Type 4 fluid anti-icing, a thick green viscous fluid, applied after Type 1. It forms a protective gel-like coating that prevents ice accumulation for a limited period. This period is known as the Holdover Time hot, a critical countdown clock that begins the moment application finishes. The Moscow Winter Ritual, the process at Moscow's airports, is a ballet of efficiency under pressure. Dedicated de-icing pads or stations, usually located near the runway thresholds or at remote apron areas. Spotters can often see these zones from perimeter roads. The fleet, large truck-based de-icing rigs with elevated baskets, like the Danish Vestergaard Elephant or Austrian Polo models, or smaller truck-mounted booms. They are ubiquitous during winter operations. The procedure: the aircraft is positioned, and all probes, sensors, and engines are covered. Communication is via dedicated radio frequency. The dicers move with practiced speed, spraying the wings, tail, fuselage, and horizontal stabilizers. The Type 1 fluid melts the contamination, which sloughs off in dramatic, steaming rivulets. This is followed by the thicker type for coating. The entire process for a narrow body like an Airbus A320 can take 10 to 15 minutes. The holdover time pressure. This is the heartbeat of winter ops. Hot depends on the fluid concentration, weather conditions, wet snow, freezing fog, etc., and outside air temperature. It can be as short as 15 to 20 minutes in heavy precipitation. Once the hot expires, the aircraft must return for another treatment or take off immediately. This creates immense pressure on ATC and pilots' D's and go. Delays in takeoff clearance can lead to a costly and time-consuming return to the de-icing pad. For spotters, de-icing is photogenic drama. The contrast of the colorful fluids against white snow and metallic aircraft, the billowing steam in frigid air, and the focused activity make for compelling shots. Listen for the high-pitched whine of the de-icing rig's pumps. At night, the scene is illuminated by powerful floodlights, creating an eerie industrial glow. The art of the takeoff and landing in a Moscow winter. Once cleansed of ice, the aircraft enters the next phase of its winter challenge. Reduced runway friction. Runways are constantly maintained by snowplows, sweepers, and chemical treatments. However, they can be contaminated with standing water, slush, wet snow, or compacted ice. This reduces braking action, reported as mu values from mu equals 1, good, to mu equals 0, very poor. Performance penalties. Pilots must calculate new takeoff parameters. Slush or snow on the runway increases drag during the roll. Contamination thrown by the nose gear into the engine's ingestion is also a risk. This often means a reduced takeoff weight, requiring less payload or fuel and/or a longer takeoff roll. Spotters may notice aircraft using every last meter of the runway before rotation. The climb out in freezing conditions. Visible puffs of condensation can form over the wings as the low pressure over them chills the moist air. A beautiful sight. Engine exhausts create long, thick contrails against the cold sky. The approach. Instrument approaches are the norm in low winter visibility. Moscow airports are equipped with advanced Category 3 ILS systems, allowing autopilot coupled landings in near-zero visibility. Braking action. The critical post-touchdown phase. Pilots rely on spoilers, thrust reversers with their dramatic roar, and anti-skid braking systems. A fair or poor braking report from the previous landing can lead to increased landing intervals. Spacing out traffic, taxiing, ground operations become treacherous. Aircraft follow designated clean taxiway lanes. Pilots taxi slowly, making gentle turns to avoid sliding. The dance of tow tractors helping aircraft push back on icy aprons is a common sight. Moscow's airport portfolio. A spotter's guide. Moscow is uniquely served by several major passenger airports, each with distinct characteristics. Sheremetyevo International Airport, SVOUUEE. The mega-hub. Moscow's busiest, home to Aeroflot and its SkyTeam partners. The primary long-haul gateway. Winter traffic. A mix of Aeroflot's Airbus A320, 321neo A350s, Boeing 777s, and 737s, plus foreign carriers. Emirates, A350, Zero Chinese Airlines. European majors. A bustling modern hub. Prime spotting locations, parking, postoyanki along the perimeter, the classic Russian spotting culture. Along the northwestern side of the airfield, off the Mezduna-Rodnoy Shas, lie unofficial dirt parking areas, postoyanki, where spotters gather year-round. In winter, dress extremely warmly. Views are of runways 06R, 2 for L and 06C 2 for C, with landing traffic on 2 for LC right in front of you. Takeoffs from 06 are raw overhead. The distant deicing pads near to 4C threshold are often visible. Sheremetyevo Hotel. Upper floors request a north-facing room, offer a panoramic warm view of the central apron and some runway action. Terminal BT2 car park roof, sometimes accessible, offering views of the older northern complex. Domodedovo International Airport, DMEUUDD. The linear specialist, historically a key hub for Siberia Central Asia flights and many international charters. Features a single, very long runway. Winter traffic, a diverse mix. Rossiya Airlines Boeing 747s often visible in winter. Ural Airlines Airbus fleet, S7 Airlines Siberia Embraers, Airbuses, plus a wide array of CIS and holiday carriers. Prime spotting locations. The classic Mound Kurgan, south of 32L, a legendary spot. A small hill off the Starosiyalivska-Ulitsa Road provides an elevated, sweeping view of the entire airport. You see the whole runway length, the terminal, and aprons. In winter, the snowy mound offers a perfect vantage point for photography, with landing traffic on 32L passing right before you. The walk from parking requires good winter boots. Village of Staroy Sayanovo west of the runway threshold 414R. Offering dramatic head-on landing shots as aircraft emerge from the low winter sky. Vnukovo International Airport, VKO, UUWW, the business and government hub, the oldest airport. Hosting most government flights, Rossiya Special Flight Squadrons, IL-96300s, Gulfstream Substantial Business Aviation, and key LCCs like Pobedaya and Uter. A fascinating blend. Sleek private jets. Pobedaya's old Boeing 737 fleet, in bright red livery. Uter's Boeings in the majestic, rarely seen IL-96300. You presidential aircraft spotting it requires luck and patience. Pyran Hill, the undisputed best spot. A large, open hill off the Kivskoy Shas, directly opposite the terminal and parallel to runway 0624. It offers a breathtaking, elevated view of the entire airfield. In winter, it's a windy, cold paradise. You are at eye level with landing gear on final approach to 24, and have a full view of the apron, taxiways, and the VIP terminal area. Kivskoy Shas overpasses. Several pedestrian bridges offer direct, if shaky, views of the active runway. Zhukovsky International Airport, ZIA UUBW, the niche and cargo player, a former flight test center turned commercial cargo airport, home to the mighty Air Bridge Cargo and Volga Dnepr fleets. The heavyweight champion. The main draw is the parade of Boeing 747 and 777 freighters of airbridge cargo, and the unique Antonov An-124 Ruslan of Volgody-Dnieper. Watching an An-124 dusted with snow lumber into the sky is an unforgettable sight. Vnukovo highway and perimeter fences. The area along the northeastern side of the runway offers clear views of the cargo apron and the runway. The sight of a line of 747 freighters being deiced is a winter spectacle. The village of Ostrovsky, south of the airfield, offers distant but unique views of the whole complex. The spotter's winter survival and ethics kit, this is paramount. Think in layers: thermal base, insulating mid-layer fleece, down, and a windproof waterproof outer shell. Insulated, waterproof boots are non-negotiable. Warm gloves, consider thin liners under thicker gloves for operating cameras, a balaclava, and a warm hat. Camera batteries die rapidly in the cold. Keep spares in an inner pocket, close to your body. A lens hood prevents snowflakes from hitting the lens. Microfiber cloths to wipe condensation. A thermos with a hot drink is a morale and lifesaver. Transport and safety. Most good spots require a car. Ensure it is winter-ready snow tires, antifreeze. Roads to spotting locations can be rough and poorly plowed. Park safely, well off the road. Sporting context. Aviation spotting exists in a grey area. It is not officially banned, but security services, FSB, Politia, are very sensitive, especially near critical infrastructure. Carry ID passport and migration card at all times. Do not climb fences, cut wires, or trespass on operational areas. If approached by police FSB, be calm, polite, and cooperative. Explain you are an aviation enthusiast, Lubitel aviatsy, taking photographs of aeroplanes. Photography rue Samaleti. Do not argue. Avoid photographing security personnel, military aircraft if present, or obvious security infrastructure. Use local spotting communities and forums for the latest advice on spot accessibility and security climate. Winter plane spotting in Moscow is not for the faint-hearted. It demands preparation, resilience, and respect for the weather, the law, and the monumental effort of the aviation professionals working in this environment. But the rewards are unparalleled. The stark beauty of a Rossiya 747 against a leaden sky, the fiery glow of deicing rigs in the polar dusk, the deep-throated roar of an Aeroflot A350 fighting its way into a snow-filled cloud, and the silent, graceful descent of an Il-96 through the crystalline winter air. It is a raw, authentic, and profoundly memorable experience that captures the very essence of aviation's struggle and triumph over nature. For those willing to brave the cold, Moscow's airports offer a masterclass in winter aviation. A spectacle of power, precision, and unforgettable beauty.